Hello everyone, this is Serge Moore with Macro Pro, and welcome to another episode of New Belt Day Review. I'm really excited about today's. I've been wanting to make this one for a while. Finally got a chance now. I got a friend, James Ellis. You probably know him from all of the wrestling groups. Really cool guy, has a great collection, very trustworthy. He sent me one of his belts so that I can compare it to one that I had already traded him. And well, these are dome globes. They're both re-leathered by Ryan Stokes, who, as far as I'm concerned, and I know a lot of other people feel the same way, he is synonymous with laced leathering for a dome globe. Amazing work, amazing detail. Let's start off here. I'm going to compare a Figs Inc. with a Premier, both in the same leather. Now, this is the Figs, and I'll admit it is a beauty. Great attention to detail in the etching. The plating is immaculate. I mean, it is really nice, and I can tell James has taken really good care of it. This one does have Ryan Stokes stamp. Beautiful belt. Absolutely gorgeous. Really heavy, thick plates. Love it. There's a good side view, and you can see that NWA protruding. I love that 3D effect. And of course his has the nameplate. Okay, so that's the Figs Inc. Right? Beautiful belt. Very well made. Now this is a Premier. Now, Premier, you can buy them on AJ's website. You know, you can find them anywhere, but this is a Premier also on amazing laced Ryan Stokes leather. Now the plating on this one is not as good as on the Figs. Doesn't have the same shine. Of course, this one does not have the signature. I think I mentioned that, and that's because he did not have a stamp at the time he made this. It's an older version, but it's still in good condition. I enjoy it. I really love looking at it in my display. That's all I do with it. But the dome on this one, as you can tell, is a lot bigger. But the NWA does not. It does not protrude as much or at all, really. Now, when we compare them side by side is when you're really going to notice some differences. And I'm sure most of you, if you have a trained eye, you've already seen this. So let's start off. First off, let me get these two so that it is easy to hold them up. So now you got Premier and you got Figs. And look at the difference in the size of the globe. I mean, this is a 1 day, 2 day pimple, and this is a monster about to pop, week-old pimple. That is a big dome. Look how much that NWA sticks out there. And not so much. So, let's move on to the other etching. You see those guys right there? Look at the great etching, the detail on those two wrestlers right there, right? That is a Figs Inc. Now look at the exact same section on the Premier. Can you tell that that's two guys wrestling? Nope. Looks like a big old mess. Look at that. Great deep etching, detailed. And then a blind guy did that. So when you see stuff like that, I love my belt. I enjoy the leather on it, but man, come on. What was Premier doing there? All right, so besides that, the Figs Inc. doesn't have stones. For some reason, they have these black markers or marks, and under them is a screw, so you can't even re-stone it if you want to. You can feel under it, there's a screw. So this one is pretty much what it is. And of course, the Premier at least I couldn't get two wrestling dudes to look normal, but at least it has stones, which you can replace with Swarovski or something like that. Now, the other difference, huge difference that I didn't even notice until a little while ago. Now I know why this Figs is so much heavier than the Premier. Look at the difference in the size of the plates. Premier, Figs. Big difference in the size. Look at this. Like you can literally, look at that. That's where this one ends. Look how much more plate there is there. So the plate on the Figs is massive. Love it. The Premier, smaller, not a fan. Still love my belt though. Now, the other thing I noticed, and I did go back and do a little bit of research. If you look, all the flags on this are pretty much identical. The Figs looks a lot better, bigger flag on there, more detail in the lettering. And then let me show you the ones here. Look at this. Now these are pretty identical, but again, look at the detail in the lettering and everything on the Figs, and look at that. Bigger letters, bigger flag, better coloring. And then plain old Japan, even that looks better on this one. Maybe it's just the font, bigger font, I don't know, but it looks better. But then the last thing I wanted to show you is Australia. Now I've never been there, but I looked online and their flag looks like this. On the Premier, that's the color of the flag. That's the color of the actual Australia flag. This is the color on the Figs. Now, that's not the color of the current Australia flag. I'm not sure if it was this color back in the 70s and 80s. But guess what? This color is the one that was on the original NWA Dome Globe worn by Ric Flair and Dusty Rhodes. So you tell me, who's right? I prefer to have what I remember, and that's this. Even if this is right, I'd rather have this. So, final verdict. Between Figs and Premier, the differences in my wrestling buddies that just look like two blobs. I mean, come on, man. The detail, the quality, the heaviness, the size. The winner, Figs Inc. James, you got this one, buddy. You won. If you guys have any other belts you want to send me to compare, I have about 55 belts. Send me an idea. I would love to do a review to get the differences on belts made by different makers. It's a lot of fun, and I really do hope you guys enjoy these videos. From all the comments I've gotten, I think you do, so we're going to keep making them. I have several more ideas coming up. I have several belts coming in, really cool looking belts that I'm going to do some really cool reviews on. I really want to thank you all for the support and for the kind comments. Please leave your comments below, ideas, suggestions, leave them all below. Please subscribe, please share. Thank you for watching once again. And like I always say, be good to each other because all we have is each other. Have a great one, everyone.